Hello friends, I am Dilip Singh. Welcome to the fifth JavaScript lecture of the tutorial series for web programming. Today we will see the JavaScript conditional statements. So when we need conditional statements, so in programming, the situation where on the basis of some condition you want to execute a block of code, then these conditional statements are required. So the conditional statements that JavaScript provide is same as you may have seen in C or C++ or even in Java, right? So let's see one by one. The first is if-else statement. So this is the syntax basically for writing the if-else conditional statement. So under which if and else are the keyword, we have to use it as it is. So if, then within the parenthesis we have to provide the expressions. Expressions will be evaluated and the result of expression will be either true or false. So if the expression is true, then this block of code will be executed. Statements to be executed if expression is true. And if this expression is not true, then the else this block of code will be executed, right? So this is how if else we can use in order to execute or interpret the block of code on the basis of the conditions, expressions, right? If this expression is true, then this block of code will be executed, and else if it is not true, then this block of code will be executed, right? Or similarly, we can make ladder of if else by putting if else if statement. So this another means this is the same if else statement, but now we are making the ladder. Okay, so here let's see how we can create the ladder of if else. You can see here, if expression 1 is true, then execute this block of code, and if expression 1 is not true, then go to the next else and then check again if expression 2 is true. If expression 2 is true, then execute this block of code, and if both expression 1 and 2 are not true, then there is a else part, means then execute this block of code, right? So this block of code having the statements that will be executed if no above expressions are true. Okay, the another conditional statements is ternary conditional statements. This how it is used: simply there is a question mark. Before the question mark we can put the expression or the condition, and on the basis of expression, if the expression is true, then statement 1 will be executed, then colon. If the expression is not true, then the statement 2 will be executed. So this ternary conditional operator is same as if else, but here we can write it into the single line. Okay, and the last is a switch case statement. Here switch and case are the keyword. Okay, switch case statements are used mainly when we are having multiple conditions, right? Means we have to check the multiple conditions. On the basis of that, we have to decide which block of code have to be executed. So we can use switch case. We can implement that multiple conditions using the ladder of if else if, right? But switch case is a more efficient way to implement the scenario where multiple conditions are there. So let's see how switch case exactly work and how we should write the switch case. So we'll use the keyword switch, then within the parenthesis we'll put the expression, and this expression will basically decide which block of code will be executed. So here switch expression, and then switch block will start and here we'll close that block, and within that switch block we'll put case 1, the condition 1, and within the condition 1 we'll put the statements or block of code that we want to execute when condition 1 is true for this expression. And if condition 1 is true for this expression, this statement should be executed, and after executing this statement there is a keyword break. We will discuss more about break when we will see the loop, but here there is a keyword break which simply tell that the from the multiple condition this condition is true and its corresponding block of statements are executed. Now break the switch case, means now let's go out of this switch box. Means if first condition is true, then this second case will not be checked. After executing these statement, break will make to execution control after this switch block. Okay, otherwise if condition 1 is not true, then we'll check the case 2, condition 2. If condition 2 is true, then this statement will be executed and the break will throw the flow of control out of the switch box, right? This is how we can put multiple cases, like case and then there is statements, and at the end we can put a default case, right? In default case we'll put these statements. So what is default case here? If suppose no conditions are matched, on that case this switch block can execute the default statements. We'll see with example. Okay, so sorry, let's go to the examples. So let us write the script. So this is a simple page we are having. The title is JavaScript Conditional statement, and currently there is nothing in this web page. So within the body I am going to write the script by using a script tag, then I'll close this script tag, and let's use first if else conditional statement. So if else conditional statement, how we'll use, let's have one variable called grade, right? And it will hold some values, suppose 76. Okay, now we'll see, we'll make if here we have to put expression, right? So if grade is greater than 75, then this block of code should be executed, else this block of code should be executed, right? So let's see, first if case, if grade is greater than 75, then what we want that in our web page it should be written that that you have scored excellent marks. Okay, so how? Document, we know that in order to write in our web page we can use document.write method, and within the document.write method we can put some message, suppose excellent grade. Okay, else we can put document dot write okay, do hard work. All right, so now let's what exactly that if else statement here we have used. This is an expression, grade greater than 75. So if grade greater than 75, this block of code should be executed and this block of code should be skipped. So else this should be skipped and this should be executed. So here in this case the value of grade is 76, which is greater than 75, means this is in the last lecture we have seen this is a operator, comparison operator basically, right, which return if grade is greater than 75, so 76 is greater than 75, so it will return true, yes 76 is greater than 75, so true. So if condition true, then execute this block of code within this curly bracket, and if condition is not true, then execute else part. So here what would be the output? Output should be this excellent grade. Why? Because grade 76. So let's see, we'll go to the web browser and refresh it. You can see excellent grade. But if I'll change its value to suppose 60, and now if I'll go to the browser and refresh it, do hard work. Why? Because 60 greater than 75, is it true or false? It's false, because 60 is not greater than 75. So since the condition here is false, we'll go to the else part. Okay, now we can make the ladder of if else. How? Here I can make else if and then block of code, right, and under else if I will provide the another condition. So else if grade is equal to suppose 70, on that case it should print good job or good grade. Okay, so now, and suppose initially grade is 70. So how it will work? First this expression will be evaluated. So grade is 70, 70 is not greater than 75, so this expression is false. Here the condition is false because 70 is not greater than 75. So this block of code will not be executed. Then else part will see, but there is again condition F. So else if grade equal to 70, so grade is 70 equal to 70 means both are equal, so the condition is true, so this portion of code will be executed, that is good grade. Okay, and if this is also not true, then finally else will be executed. So let's see. Right now if I'll refresh, it will come good grade. Why? Because grade is 70. But if I'll make it again some suppose 67, then it would be do hard work. Okay, so this is how we can use if else or if else if statements in order to execute a block of code based on some conditions. Okay, now let's see the same ladder if else, the same thing how we can implement with the help of switch case. So if I'll remove this here, and now what I want to use switch case. So switch on where? Grade. Okay, grade. And now this block of switch, now we'll put case, multiple case suppose 75, means if someone's grade is 75, then document dot write, and there should come excellent. Okay, and after that we have to use break keyword, so that after executing this block the flow of execution should be break. Okay, now the let's add some another case, suppose case 60, right? Here we can do I'll copy paste simply few cases. So case 75, then I will add case 60 where I want to say great. Then I want to make it 50, so here average suppose, then I make it 40, then this is poor. Okay, now let's change the grade to be 60. So how it will execute? The grade is 60, it will check the case 60, it should say great. So let's see, I'll go to the browser, refresh it, here great, you can check. Sorry, right? And sorry, if I will change it from 60 to suppose 50, so it should come which case? 50, which is average. So I'll refresh it and you can see average, right? So this is how we can use conditional statements. either if else or ladder of if else, if else, if else, right, or switch case. And let's see the last one, the ternary conditional operator. Okay, how you can use ternary conditional operator. So I'll remove it. In ternary conditional operator, we can put first expression. So suppose what I want, if grade is greater than 60, then if it is true, then document dot write what I want. If it is true, then I want to write excellent. Else I will copy it. Else I want to write after colon not bad. Okay, so this is how we can use ternary operator. In ternary operator, first we will give the expression, and on the basis of expression, after question mark, the first we will give the statements that we want to execute if expression is true, and then after this colon, the second statement would be the statement that we want if expression is false. So let's see what I suppose I will put here 70, so which is a greater than 60, so condition is true. So which statement should execute this? Excellent. So if I'll go to the browser and refresh it, you can see come excellent, right? But if I'll change it from 70 to suppose 50, which is less than 60, so which statement will execute? The second one, not bad. Okay, so friends, this is how we can use the conditional statements in order to execute the block of code on the basis of the conditions. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. And after watching this video, if you feel that it was really helpful to understand the concepts, then please like and subscribe the video. Thank you guys.